Hey, College Success. Welcome to week 7 of the semester, which means we are almost done. You only have 1 week remaining after this week, so hopefully you are feeling positive about that. If you recall, at the end of week 6, I did have week 1 reopened, and I saw a few of you did take advantage of that, so that's awesome. I do want to say right up front that I will be reopening week 2 as well at the end of week 7. So the 23rd, 24th, 25th, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday of week 7, you will have access again to week 2 video as well as the week 2 folder. So those of you who maybe have anything from week 2 to make up, go ahead and make sure you check that out. I am also opening week 8 early. Week 8 will open on the 23rd because week 8 ends on a Friday. So I want to give you that little extra time to make sure that you have everything completed since our semester will end on a Friday this summer. All right, so we are in week 7, so I'm going to click in here. And the nice thing about week 7 is it gives you a little bit of a break from discussion boards and even the text, because it is not connected to the textbook. Instead, this is kind of an exercise in using some of the college's resources. So you can see you have 3 assignments this week: a library assignment, a registration assignment, and a My Academic Plan or MAP assignment. And it's going to vary based on if you're a CCP student, so if you're a current high school student, or if you're what I will use for this purposes as like a traditional college student, if you are first year, first semester college student. So you've already graduated high school. So I will talk about the differences on that here shortly. So which means there is no discussion forum this week. So week 7 attendance is based on completing all assignments by Sunday. So you do not have a discussion post checkpoint. Instead, you must submit all 3 assignments by Sunday. If you only submit 1 or 2, you're going to get 50% attendance. So submitting all 3 will give you 100% attendance for week 7. So I'm going to go ahead and click in, and we're going to start with the library assignment. So I'm going to go into the materials folder because there are some links in here that you're going to use to help you understand how to complete the library assignment more successfully. Now, the library is a digital library, and some of you may not know anything about our digital library, which is the purpose of this assignment. So if I went to the Stark State homepage, I can scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a quick link there that I can click on, and that can get me to the digital library right here. And there's a bunch of information on this page, how I can, get into your own library account, the hours, in this case, the summer hours, a lot of different kind of links down here. If there's a chat going on, it says right now it's unavailable, but whenever a librarian logs in, you can chat with them. There's research options here. So all of that is right here. And some of the resources you're going to use today, we'll talk about this. If I'm in my Stark State and I go under academic support, of course, it's going to log me out. I love when, 500 times I have to log in. Oh, here we go. Okay, so academic support, there's another link to digital library. I could also go to Google and just type in Stark State Digital Library. So lots of ways to get to there. I just wanted to point that out. So back here on this page though, I can click right here and it's going to take me directly to like these pages, the who, what, when, where, how, and research process of the digital library. And you can see on each of those pages, there are quick videos. Like this one's 43 seconds. If I go over to the what, that one's around the same, like 49 seconds. And I can just kind of click through and you can watch those at your own. They're all very brief. Again, we have not yet even hit a minute on any of these videos until right there, 2 minutes. Now, the research process page, this is the one that's a little bit more in depth because obviously research is time consuming. It takes a lot of time and energy and know-how. So this goes into a little bit more depth. You might spend a little bit more time on this page. So, it goes through different tips. It has different videos. So I really do encourage you, especially if you've never used our digital library or you've never used a digital library in general, or you're not as familiar or comfortable with the research process as it relates to collegiate research. There's a big difference I've noticed with students who say like their high school research versus their college research, the types of sources that you're being asked to use, the types of citations, all of that. So spend some time here. So that's what this is going to kind of link you to. Like even this is going to take you back to that page right here that I already showed you. This is going to take you to some contact information page where you can click down and click the digital library right here. So these links all in here, and again, this is going to take you into the nitty gritties. But again, it's all going to kind of take you back to these pages. And I know I have like 500 tabs up here now. So again, the key is spend some time, get to know the information about the digital library. And you can leave these tabs up and running when you take your digital library assignment. Whenever you feel comfortable, you've spent some time learning about the digital library, go ahead and head back to your assignment folder and click on the library assignment. And you're going to see a little pop up here. And it's going to talk to you. So I'm going to pause it real quick.
Now that you've completed the lesson.
Mute it. And it's going to take you through, and you're going to answer questions. It says each question is 2 points. So here's the first question. And if you're not sure, that's why I'm saying, like, leave these up and running in the background. So if you need to click through and kind of remind yourself real quickly, that's okay. But it's best to already be familiar with it so the assignment goes a little bit more smooth for you. When you are done, obviously I'm not going to go all the way through, but you'll get all the way through. Make sure you hit submit. And then this is one of those automatically graded assignments. So I encourage you to go to the My Grades and make sure that a grade copied over into Blackboard. Okay, so that's your library assignment. All right, your next assignment, I'm going to talk about your My Academic Plan assignment first because this is going to help you with the registration assignment. So here is the map, My Academic Plan. So I'm going to do 2 options. Depends on which category you fall into. If you are not a current high school student, so you've already graduated high school, you already have your GED, whatever the case is, you're not a current high school student, you are going to upload your map page. Well, how do you get to that? I will tell you that Firefox works best for this. So Firefox browser, you're going to go to My Stark State. You're going to go to your My Stuff tab. I'm going to click on My Academic Plan. So from My Stark State, My Stuff, My Academic Plan, little green thing right here. That's going to open up your map page. This is my brother's who graduated years ago, gave me permission so I didn't have to always like put a student's information up here. But this is your map, your My Academic Plan. If you've never seen this before, this is a really helpful advising tool. So you always want to make sure all of this information up here is correct. Make sure it has your correct degree, your major, it has the correct, email address, because if anything up here is wrong, especially this section right here, everything else on the page is going to be incorrect. So make sure all of this is, the actual major and everything that you want to go into. Now down here, it's going to have all your test scores, and then this is going to have all the classes you have to take as a student. If it's green check, you've already completed it. If it is red outlined, you have not yet taken it. And if it's a little blue squiggle, you're currently working on that class. So this is a nice way to look to see, where are you? And it gives you like a progress stick as well. So you can kind of monitor your progress. And ultimately, it has links that you can click on as a scheduling tool to help you schedule for your upcoming semesters. So if you are a current college student, not CCP, you're going to bring this page up. You are going to save it as a PDF. So I'm going to walk through that process real quickly here. Here it is. I'm going to go over here. Again, I'm in Firefox because Firefox, for whatever reason, is much easier to do this in than Chrome or Internet or anything like that. I'm going to go to the print, but I'm just going to make sure I put save to PDF, hit save. Let's say I'm just going to save it to my desktop and whatever, dashboard. Okay, there it is. Now I'm going to go back into my Chrome. I'm going to click in here and I'm just going to find it and upload it. There it is. And I would hit open and submit. That is if I am a current college student. If you're a CCP student, I don't even think you have a map page, and if you do, there's like nothing on it. So that's why it's a different one if you're a College Credit Plus student. So what you're going to do if you're College Credit Plus, you're going to basically, if you don't know what you're doing, click here, and it's also, if I go back out here, it has another link there. You're going to click on this website, and it's going to take you to Stark State College Academics, and it's going to walk you through like different career communities, different certificates. So again, you're not like choosing a major for this. This is an exercise, as I said at the beginning of the video, an exercise in using the college's resources and tools. So let's say you're not 100% sure what you want to go in, or you might not even go to Stark State. Whenever you go to get your degree, that's okay. You're still doing this assignment. So you're going to go ahead and click in. Let's say you want to go into business. I don't know. But look around, and these are the career communities, but take a look and see which one kind of catches your eye. Then you're going to go ahead and click inside the career community that catches your attention the most. It's going to give you a bunch of information about this general career community. But if you scroll down even further, then it goes into more detail, like, okay, but inside this umbrella, if you will, maybe accounting is what you're interested in. So this is going to take you to the accounting specific page. And this is going to give you even more breakdown because accounting has a lot of information in here. So let's say I'm just going to go into accounting for health. Once I'm here, I'm going to click on courses. And you can see there are PDFs. I'm going to open that up. Look at that. There's a PDF right here that's going to tell me kind of like what a map page would tell me, but this is not like individualized to me as a student. This is what any accounting for health administration major would see. Now, let's say just for sake of argument, I don't want to go into accounting. I'll show you how these all look basically the same. So let's say I don't even want to go into that field at all. I want to go into education. It's still going to kind of look overview of the page. Down at the bottom are more specifics. I'm going to go early childhood education. Here we go. Similar page. I click on courses. There's a PDF. Okay, so they all look very similar. In fact, there is a little bit of like a how to download. You can click on this and it's going to open up into another YouTube video put on by the course administrator that's going to walk you through this whole process. And actually she used accounting in her example. That's funny. So it's going to walk you through that whole process as well. But whenever you find the PDF, the degree that you want, you're going to do the same thing. Go ahead and come over here and you can like tell it to print and you can save it as a PDF, or you can download it and save it if you want to do that as well. Whatever works for you. You're going to save it, and then just like I talked to the non-CCP students, they're uploading their map page as a PDF. You're going to upload this page as a PDF, you know, or this page, whatever page that you're kind of interested in, and you'll upload that in there. So that what you upload in this depends on if you're a CCP student or not. Again, you are not pigeonholing yourself. You're not choosing a major today if you're a CCP student and you're not sure. You are, as this just says, look at the majors and look at things that interest you. Maybe you're not necessarily wanting to go into accounting, but you have an interest in it, or culinary is interesting to you. It's not like you're not deciding on your major. You're just picking something that looks of interest to you, and maybe, you know, you stumble across something that might be potentially worth looking into. All right. Now, regardless if you are CCP or a current college student, everyone's doing the registration assignment. So if you are a current college student, your map page can help you with this. Or you can also do what I just did for the CCP students. Find your major back here in the academic career communities and pull this page up, this PDF up, so you can see the courses you have to take. Okay. Regardless, you can use your map page or you can use these overview pages, and you are going to create a potential schedule. So you're going to fill this form out. You do not have to have every single one of these filled out. Okay, don't think you have to have this whole form filled out. But you're going to put your name, you know, put whatever date you fill out, and we are going to be looking at fall 2021. Okay, so as the directions say, you don't have to work with your advisor. It doesn't have to be signed. It doesn't have to be kind of approved by an advisor, because ultimately, if you don't use this schedule, that's okay. Again, this is an exercise in using the college's tools and resources. So the excuse of, well, I don't know what classes I'm going to take in the fall is not going to fly for not doing this assignment, because that's literally the point of this assignment, is to try to think about what classes you're going to take in the fall. And again, if you don't end up taking these classes, that's okay. As it says right here, it's a mock assignment. You're not really registering for these classes. Now, bonus, if you've already registered for fall semester, you can just get into your My Stark State, go to your My Stuff. Everything's going to move real slow again. You can look up your classes, you know, for fall. And obviously, I'm not a student, so it's not going to tell me I have anything. Sorry. Check your schedule. There we go. Check your schedule if you're already registered. I don't have a schedule since I'm not a student, but you can get your schedule and you can just plug in your schedule that you've already registered for. That's if you're already registered. If you are not registered already, if you are not already knowing what you're taking in the fall, this is going to help you kind of think about that. So let me say I am an education major, and based on this or my MAP page, I know I have to take health, safety, and nutrition, IDS115. So I'm going to go to My Stark State and I'm going to go to look up classes. And I'm going to go to fall 2021, and back here, EDU for education, I'm going to find that in my drop-down menu. I'm going to do a course search. Now I said EDU 123, so that's what I'm going to look for now. 123, which I'm having a hard time seeing based on this, but let's just say Intro to Early Childhood Education. I think that's actually 121 possibly, but regardless, I'm going to click in there, and here are my potential options for the fall. And this was 121, I apologize. 123 wasn't listed for this semester. So these are my potential options for this class in the fall. So let's take a look at my form here. My CRN, that's this number right here, the 5-digit number, 33578, or whatever one it is, 33578. My subject, that's EDU. Now, if I were looking at a MAP page, it could have been MGT, SSC, ACC, B. It's the 3-letter code that tells you kind of the general department that the class falls under. The number, in this case, is 121. It's like the course number. So if I was in MAP, 121, 223, 130, 230, whatever that is there. So I'm going to put, 121. What is the course title? Well, Intro to Early Childhood Education. How many credit hours is it? That tells me right here, 3 credit hours. Times, day, and campus. Okay, so for this one, this looks like this is TBA, Monday. So this one hasn't been assigned a particular location or time yet, it looks like, although it could be web, although we don't know for sure. So let me go back to a class that actually has a better example. Here we go. So let's say here's the information I want to get for that. Here's my day, here's my times, here is my campus, Maine. So back on my registration page, I will put my times, 9 to 10:50, days, Monday, Wednesday, main campus. If you're taking a web course, if it's web, you don't obviously have a time or a day. Campus would be web. Okay, fill out as many rows as you need. Maybe you're only taking 2 classes. Maybe you're taking 5, 3, doesn't matter. And then just add up how many credit hours you're taking. Same thing, save this as a PDF, and then you're going to upload it into the Dropbox. Okay, so again, the registration assignment is not necessarily your set in stone schedule for the fall. It is an exercise in using the tools that the college has for scheduling purposes. If you are a CCP student, you are going to use kind of your advising sheet of the area that you maybe had some interest in to plan a potential fall schedule, even though that's not the schedule you might end up taking, or you're not sure if you're going to take any of those classes in the fall. Even if you're a traditional college student, if you're not sure what you're doing in the fall, this allows you that time to think about it. If you've already scheduled, again, you will just go to My Stark State, check your schedule, and plug in your schedule that you've already registered for. If you have an extenuating circumstance, such as this is your last semester, I have 2 students like that this semester, one in this class and one in my other class, message me and say, this is my last semester, what would you like me to do? Because unless I hear from you, I'm just going to assume that you're not doing the assignment and give you a 0. So you need to touch base with me. If you have any individual questions about your circumstance, again, just touch base with me. Just send me a quick email, send me a Blackboard message. Let me know your situation, how you want me to tell you to proceed with that. All right, so real quick recap. For this week, there is no discussion board. Instead, you're completing the library assignment, which is an automatically graded assignment. You're completing your map, which either is your actual map page if you're a current college student, or the advising sheet for a potential major that you could be interested in if you're a CCP student. And then everyone is completing a registration assignment for fall 2021, a potential schedule you could take for your classes this coming fall semester. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great week.